Ricky Pearsall, hurt again. Starting to wonder if he can stay healthy. Demarcus Robinson, we've seen him play football, and he's going to be suspended most likely. And then there's Brandon Ayuk. We don't know what's going on with him. Should the Niners sign a wide receiver, there are guys available. There's, Keenan Allen, Mari Cooper, guys about as old as me, Julio Jones, Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens. He wants to do the LeBron thing. He wants to play
exactly.
With what's it? Gosh, at this moment, I'm going to say no, just because it doesn't seem like the Pearsall injury is long term. It sounds more precautionary. Yeah. They're trying to hold him out. But if for any reason he gets hurt in training camp, they're going to have to look elsewhere. And I imagine that some of these players are going to start getting picked up around training camp time. Players get injured, more bodies are needed, what have you. So I'm going to say no for now. And they've invested a lot into the wide receiver spot. I know that Deebo's not there. I know that Ayuk's not there, but you go and get a free agent, Demarcus Robinson. You drafted 2 more receivers this year. You drafted 2 last year. At some point, you have to rely on Cowing and Pearsall and some of these other guys to step up. And so for me, I'm going to say no for now, but I'm definitely leaving the door open. If Cowing, let's say Cowing shows up and is just not it, or Pearsall gets hurt again, tweaks his shoulder, whatever, they're going to have to sign somebody else, because what do they usually keep? 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go through the 6 real quick. We know that IU doesn't count towards that. He's going to be pupped is what it sounds like. So we got Pearsall, we got Cowing, we got Jennings, we got DeMarcus, we got Watkins,
Tariq Owens.
Yeah,
Trent Taylor.
Bergen. What are they going to do with Bergen? You can't just have a bunch of guys special teams and not take up a roster spot.
Bergen's going to make the team. After all they've said, they're not cutting him right off the bat.
So Bergen would be number 6, but if Demarcus Robinson's getting suspended or Pearsall gets hurt, they might need another body real quick. So, but I don't know if it is somebody, I don't foresee it being somebody like a Keenan Allen. I feel like Keenan Allen is going to kind of wait. He's going to get signed by a team where he's going to come in and be a difference maker, be on the field a good 50, 60% of the time if he plays at all. I don't see him just coming in and being like the 6th guy. So I think it'd have to be like I don't know, Gabe Davis, maybe.
Yeah. He's too similar to Jennings, in my opinion. Like that's the kind of receiver that Jennings is. That's why I would be kind of interested in Amari. Although I don't know if Kyle would be interested in Amari, because I don't think Amari's interested in blocking, but I don't really care because I'm interested in his route running. And just 2 years ago, a year ago, when he was playing with Joe Flacco on the Browns, he went for more than 1,000 yards. He was good. He was freaking not good last year. So maybe there's nothing left there. I don't know. I expect him to do something with the Bills, and he didn't.
Yeah, I did too. I don't know. I think he was a good decoy, but he hurt his wrist. I do know that. He hurt his wrist and kind of just wasn't the same the rest of the year. So maybe there is something left in the tank, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's more of a guy. If you're going to bring in a guy, it's going to be somebody who's like a career 400, 300 yard per season guy. It's not one of these older guys that are chasing a ring and still want to contribute. So I don't know that it would be Cooper or one of those guys, Allen.
I'm excited about Watkins and Cowing.
Me too.
And potentially Pearsall too, because it seems to me that the way that the offense is structured this year is you have McCaffrey, Kittle, and Jennings, and those are like your possession receivers. Those are your top 3 targets. But to surround them with guys who are super explosive, guys you could throw a screen pass to, guys you could toss an end around to, guys you could throw a deep pass to, like that's how they should be complemented. Like, no offense to Kyle Juszczyk, but more of the same. It's nice to have someone that's like the 4th threat on the field is someone who could go for a touchdown. So you're primarily concerned with stopping McCaffrey, Kittle, and Jennings on every play. But if you forget about Cowing, boom, touchdown. Watkins, same way. I think that's smart, and I think all of them have real potential this year to do something, contribute a little bit.
See, I like Watkins because of the body type. I mean, I really feel like he can fill that Deebo role, but he can also do more as a receiver. It almost makes it sound like I'm saying he's better than Deebo already, and that's not where I'm trying to go. I feel like no matter what you need him to do, he can fill that role because he does have good hands. He is a pretty crisp route runner, better than Deebo, I think, in both those areas for sure. But over time, I think his body type, he can be used like a Deebo if they need it. So, if you're looking for somebody explosive with, some short area quickness and might run somebody over, I think Watkins might be that guy.
Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now. Yeah, and I think we've seen in the NFL the last few years with the increase of the two high safeties, like you don't seem to see as many go balls in the league anymore down the sideline. I think really where you see the explosiveness is like on play action over the middle and also on screens. I think we've seen, look at Washington. Jaden Daniels is killing it, but he's not bombing the ball down the field. He's throwing a lot of wide receiver screens that are well drawn up. And I think that was sort of the Deebo role in the offense for a long time. And I think now actually they could be way more explosive with guys who actually have 4.3 speed and Cowing and Watkins and Pearsall too. I think it's going to be cool to see Kyle Shanahan. Like that's where he needs to evolve. He used to have such a great package of screens. Was that Mike McDaniel? Because it seems like they still have that in Miami. There weren't enough easy throws for Brock last year. He was all forcing it down the field and holding the ball. Like there should be a large package of screens in this offense. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, even the you snap it and you just toss it forward behind the line of scrimmage, get your cheap completion.
What happened to that?
But it's an end around, like all of that. You get your quarterback going, he's 1 for 1, feeling good. It's like hitting a layup. You just need to see it go in, man, and then you can get on fire. And yeah, I do feel like some of the game plans early on weren't necessarily set up for Brock to get into rhythm the way that maybe he has in the past with Brock or even Jimmy. But I will say that Brock did pass up a lot on underneath stuff. I mean, there was some things there that he definitely would not, for whatever reason, wasn't trusting those guys underneath and was trying to take big shots. But I do think that Watkins certainly does bring an element that can keep them around the line of scrimmage and get some easy, cheap yards the way that they used to with Deebo Samuel. And Deebo was Deebo by name, but he certainly wasn't the same last year. Watkins right now might be the better athlete at this stage of Deebo's career.
I saw some tweet about Deebo being like, man, he looks re-energized. He was the first in every drill with the wide receivers. And in team drills, he got targeted. And no, he didn't come down with the ball, but there's a rapport being built. I was like, that's what he does. And that's what he does. What's different? He's not going to catch the ball, but he'll be enthusiastic at practice.
Yeah, he'll dance and be first up and
because he wants everyone to know that he's wide receiver 1 and he wants the targets. And then when he gets the targets, you know what he's going to do with them. Not much.